What's going on, guys? Jackson here, and this is the review of the iPad Air. So Apple just released this device the other day, but let's find out. Is it really any good? Now let's have a look at the specs of this device. The processor is the A7 processor plus the M Motion processor, and it has 1GB of RAM and either 16, 32, 64, or 128GB model variations. Also supports LTE. Here you can see I am running 3D Mark Ice Storm Unlimited, and we get a very good score of 15044. Here we have Geekbench 2, and you can see this gets a score of 2080. Now let's do a real-world test of the device. Here I'm going to unlock it, put in my super secret passcode, and you can see everything is really nice and snappy. The A7 device works really well. Everything nice. You can see we're going to attempt to open the App Store here. On the fourth try, I finally get it, and you can see it right away opens up. It is really a fast device. Typically, this will slow an Apple device down, but it doesn't. It goes really well. I'm very impressed by the power of this device. Now let's go ahead and take a copy of an Infinity Blade 3. This is a very fun game, actually. And basically, the 64-bit A7 handles this very well, even with all the intense 3D rendering it has to do. It's a very fun game. Check it out. Alright, the next app that we're going to take a look at is Asphalt 8. This I do not believe is optimized for the iPad Air just yet, for the 64-bit, but who knows, it may be soon. And I am not much of a gamer on my iPad, but we will give it a shot anyway. This app actually looks very beautiful. It takes advantage of that Retina display. Everything about it is very good. You can see just the vividness of the colors on the screen. Everything about it really is good. And you can see it's got nice motion blur, nice everything. Don't really know what else to say, so I'm gonna shut up and you guys can take a watch. That is Asphalt 8. It's free. The next app we're going to take a look at is Galaxy on Fire 2 HD. This is a very fun app. However, I do want to say this app can be expensive. Sometimes it's $10. And also I want to say that this game is actually difficult to play with the cast. No, more importantly, even the iPad Air sometimes will have problems with this game. I will experience sometimes some drop frames, because I also have all the settings turned up all the way to the max, but playing on my iPad 3 with some settings turned down, it was fine. So even though you may not have the most powerful device, this game still suffices. Now let's take a look at the video playback. Video playback is basically still the same thing as it was on all the other previous generations of iPads. I said that fast. Nothing really to talk about here. Pretty much same as old. Yeah. Here you can see just a quick look at the device. I can circle it around. Everything about it basically has an all-new design, taking after its little brother, the iPad mini. Everything about it actually has been redesigned. The case is completely designed. It now weighs only 1 pound. That's pretty cool. Oh, thought I dropped it there. So now let's take a look to see how the data performance actually has been impacted by this new device. Granted, I do want to say that I do have had experiences with poor data from my home router currently, but I don't think that should be an issue now. I think we got those resolved. And so now you can actually see that we're getting decent scores. I don't really think they're any different than what we'd get on another iPad, but hey, who knows, maybe it's different for you guys. So as you know, in order to get that weight down, Apple did have to cut some things from the device. What they cut biggest was the battery. The battery has now been shrunken a little bit. I don't know the actual specs of it, but as you can see, I'm still getting pretty good data of everything actually. I mean, 10 hours of everything, 9 hours of web surfing. Granted, you can see here everything. I was playing Infinity Blade for about those 3 hours, so that's why it may seem a little bit lower. But overall, I mean, battery, hard to complain. Here is the iPad Air next to a pencil, in case you're curious. Alright, this has nothing to do with the iPad itself, but let's go ahead and check out Siri. When do the Bengals play next?
The Bengals face the Browns in the Battle of Ohio on Sunday at 1 p.m.
Heh, Battle of Ohio. What's the weather like in Ohio?
Okay, here's the weather for Columbus between today and Sunday.
Here you can get a look at the new stereo speakers on the iPad Air, and one thing I want to say is I actually do not like these speakers. Honestly, I think the ones on the iPad 3, 2, and 4 sound a lot better. These sound very tinny, and they don't really give you good definition of anything, and they kind of are down on the bass channel. Honestly, I don't really like them that much. I really kind of wish Apple just kept the old speaker. So now we come to the conclusion of this video. My overall thought of this, yes, it is an absolute go. It's a great tablet. Get it if you can. However, I do think you want to get the 32. The 16 may just not be enough. It's kind of a gimmick that Apple thinks they can get $500 for a 16GB tablet, but hey, it's working. Alright, if you're interested on seeing how this device stacks up against the older generation iPads or other devices, be sure to hit the subscribe button. That video will come soon. So that about does it for this video. As always, I'm Jackson Welch. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.